Trackmaster.
Yo, check them out. It's the new A5.
Big time. You don't
Baby,
know
Selfie game.
What happened? Huh?
He's the
What
answer
happened?
and the problem. You don't want it with the way that
Nah,
boy
that's
go to
crazy.
the hole and take punishment. The young boss of the cross for 4 quarters.
Hey, that was a vibe, too.
He's all
That was a
water.
vibe.
Matter of
He had
fact,
that white
call him the
girl
king.
Now look, no, that was a vibe. That's a
No, you gotta chill with the hands though.
Hey, Explorer page, that's a vibe.
You gotta chill with the hands though, the little suspect.
All you need is a pair of these, nothing else.
You know the pump hand important. You gotta do something with the all things. You gotta figure out where it goes.
Don't
put it in the picture. That hand was a little unorthodox.
Take it from the heart. This is Kiss talking to you. The A5 limited edition. Reebok bought them to
Damn, I can't wait
you.
till
Even
we
on the
get
court, we stay fly. Jada and AI. Make sure you go
It's,
with
hey,
the
we still in
A5.
beta
Even on
right
the
now,
court, we
so.
stay fly. Jada
And you can't even leave comments. I want to leave comments like, yo, it would be nice. You actually on beat too, which makes it funny.
Hey yo, part 2, AI and J Kiss
You actually
presented
gonna be-
A6 from the wrist could tell us a straight switch.
this
Now
one's
I'm
like
the
a hair
problem,
off.
and he's the answer. Soon as you try to guard up, you ain't got a chance to stop it. Any given
We gonna
time,
need
he
you
can
to do like
pop
a
it. The
1
Reebok
and 2
A6 is
and
hot,
3
go
and
pop
4
it.
and
2K3, I
You
rock
gotta
the
count.
A6
You gotta add a little lag too, because you know the video is like a half second
Tryna
line
build
too.
a team, I'm the player you need. All like Willis Reed, top thief and score in the league.
Shout out
No
to
way to
Kiss.
disguise your dream. Besides family, the only
Top
thing
five.
on his
Wow.
mind was a ring.
Shout out
Got
to all
love
the
for the
rappers that are
game.
still
The
making
start
music
was huge,
40 plus.
and you seen him play hurt cause his heart is huge. 6
lot of
feet,
the rap game.
165. Call
Snoop
ISO
Lion.
anytime you want to split your 5. Play the win.
Quiet as kept. Most of the rappers that we like.
The game and
Old as
11
hell.
for the braids and tats. Yeah,
Hey, you
track
not gonna get away
masters.
with this
AI
shit
and J Kiss. Make sure you go out and get a pair to A6. Part 2, AI and J
Shit, he got away with it. Why can't I?
Did he get away with it?
I don't think he got away with it.
Don't nobody, bruh. You don't hear people mention that.
That's why he can't get away with it.
I don't think he got away with it, boo.
But
He
yeah,
ain't rock Snoop. You know, Rasta.
he made a whole gospel album, and he made a reggae album. Snoop,
Made it for
Exactly.
had to make it do it one time for your grandma.
Hey, Snoop gonna do what it do. Well, for the grandma. Hey, but welcome to the Council and Clutch, episode number 87. I'm your boy Cal. Today we joined by Sap,
You're
Roy,
Yo,
and SP.
Que pasa, mis amigos?
who is that?
Whatever that means in Spanish.
man, I feel like, man, we've been holding the pod down for so long. We might need to, change the name up a little bit,
What you mean?
or at least have a subset of the council to where it's the Trace Amigos and Old Man.
Tracy
I'm trying to change some shit up. Who the old man?
Or the Trace Amigos and Cal. I mean, we are friends. But
Damn, and Cal, that's crazy.
Oh man, sheesh.
Calvin, you are our leader. Like the fucking
Nah, we definitely only as good as Cal lets us go. Why are we without Cal?
Touche.
I'm just saying. What is the council without Cal?
Hey man, I just be trying to get y'all niggas to come to practice. That's all I need, man. We need that practice show, man.
man.
Practice.
Not a show, but practice.
That's crazy.
Let's talk about practice, man. There was a podcast episode on The Ringer where they was just showing AI mad love, and I just got in my feelings for an hour and a half just listening to people talk about Allen Iverson, who experienced it in the moment. And I was like, you know what, we need to. I don't think we've done this, in full, but we're all Hampton guys, man, and AI is a 757 legend, one of many, but AI stands out definitely head and shoulders above the rest.
Hall of Famer.
All the way. Hall of Famer, your basketball players, your favorite basketball players, favorite basketball player, Allen Iverson.
And your favorite basketball player said if he was 6'5", he would have been the best ever. They're lucky he won 6'5". I'm talking about the Kobe fans. It's a lot of y'all.
Nah, I agree to that already off top though.
He was doing damage at 6 foot.
That's what I'm saying. 6'5", he might have had like 4 rings at 6'5".
Man, look. He was doing what he wanted at 6'1". Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
At allegedly 6 foot. Because they say he like 5'7".
Hey, now 100% Iverson's 5'7", but
Hey, look, I ain't never meet him in person, but I don't care.
all right, 5'8.5". on a good day. I didn't met the man a couple times. He ain't damn straight. He ain't 6 foot.
All I know is I met Vic before in finish line, and that nigga like all of like 5'10".
Yeah,
That 6 foot is definitely a stretch.
and Vic taller than Iverson.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But yeah, Sap over there.
but nah, he Vic. I said Vic Iverson. He a legend, man. Like he changed the game as far as impact, in my opinion. Like dress code, niggas really just being who you are. Like he embodied the hip hop culture, but that's really who he is. Like he never changed up. Like he been who he is the whole time. Even at his Hall of Fame speech, he was him.
I'm surprised
Like
he put Tim's on.
I think he wore the suit in respect. Rest in peace, John Thompson. I feel like John Thompson kind of molded him a little bit to show him the game.
Yeah.
But Iverson,
him all the way.
yeah, but
I was
Iverson
about to say.
always been him though. Like he gonna be him. He gonna do what he do.
Yeah, it's crazy how you was talking about how he embraced the hip hop culture, but he actually made the NBA hip hop because before
Yeah.
that,
For real.
the face of the league was Michael Jordan, who took a bath and wore a different suit, after the game, for the press conference. He had to make sure everything was nice and neat, shirt, tie, everything good. Meanwhile, Chuck came in, baggy t-shirt, had the afro, like the baby fro at that point. The baggy clothes. Had a couple of tattoos. People had tattoos at that point. But it's crazy how, he started rocking the cornrows, and then niggas started rocking cornrows. The tattoos, one too many niggas in the league that had a lot of tattoos.
Y'all think that's influenced by geographics? Because it's a lot of older athletes that were legends that kind of I don't want to say they're like more conservative with their looks. Like you said, Jordan, Shannon Sharp is another one that come to mind. He's from Georgia. Know what I'm saying? He's from the deep south.
I think it's an age thing. I think it's more of an age thing.
It's definitely age because Iverson, the VA not flashy like that. Like Iverson really, he changed the culture at the crib too. Like niggas acting different when Iverson got on.
I would say that I remember like people that like we were really influenced by like the North. So like New York,
Yeah.
Maybe stuff from Philly, Baltimore, DC, and then that stuff came down to us, and we was like, "Oh, this was hot in DC. Oh, all right, we gonna rock this or wear that or get this jersey."
So you was wearing Nike boots, huh?
Well, that was the thing that never made it. That was one of the things that never really made it to the semifinal.
That's the only reason I listen to Wale though.
Oh man, why? Oh man, hey, bro, I'm about to kick you real quick, man.
Nah, gee, I forgot what I had. I had a mixtape. Niggas was making the mixtapes, and I had Nike boots on it. I don't know why that shit made it to the LimeWire mixtape, but I had Nike boots, and that shit was on my MP3 player. It was on my CD. Like nigga was listening to Nike boots heavy.
Yeah, that's definitely interesting.
But just think about it. We all I don't know about y'all, but I know I was begging for some Tims, man, some Tim money. You know what I'm saying?
Man, we ain't had Tim money.
No, we had Tim money.
I had to wait till my sister start working jobs and get their hand-me-down shoes before my feet start growing. So
I ain't gonna. I ain't gonna say the person's name, but they used to clown the shit out of me though. My mom bought me some duck heads. They looked like Tim's, but they was called duck heads. And I was in middle school when I used to wear them shits. But
Duck
look,
heads, I do remember duck
I know
heads,
won't
actually.
nobody in.
nah, it was a chick though. I ain't gonna put her, cause we cool, but I ain't gonna. We went to church and everything. I ain't gonna put her out there.
Oh,
But
that's
listen,
crazy.
I never realized the joke because I really thought that duck heads was clean. But as I got older, I said, "Oh, this bitch, that's crazy."
Like, wait, hold on. He was joking on me.
As I got older, I said, "Oh, that's crazy."
That just shows you how confident Roy was, even in middle school.
You had to be confident to wear that Easter egg Yankee fitted.
Hey man, like my man Dion say, it looked wet, but it was dry.
Dang it, let me do what your hat. That don't look loud and you was proud. That's what that was. That joint had every color, boy.
What's hey, it's crazy. That fitted came from Finish Line. It was like $9 too.
That joint
I was just happy.
it should have never started.
Nah,
It should have never
I was
started,
just.
let alone make it.
Hey, look, you gotta post that picture so they can see the shit.
I ain't
But
got
I
it.
was just,
Say that
it's
too.
on Facebook. It's on Facebook. It's on Facebook. But I was just happy that Finish Line had a size 8 fitted because I had a big ass head. So the fact that they had a fitted I could wear, I was excited. I just bought it.
If y'all know anything about fitteds, this man wore 8 with no hair. That's crazy.
But it's because
redheads wore 8.
It's because I'm smart, bro.
Hey, that's what your mama tell you.
Oh, hey, that's what you told me. My mama said so big because you intelligent, baby. If I weren't intelligent, my head wouldn't be this big. It comes smart.
Shout out to moms.
But,
hey man, speaking of your moms, y'all ever had any y'all teachers?
No, fuck that. Hold on. You're not about to say speaking of my moms and they go to a segment.
Unless it's speaking of moms, have you ever been on a bench and got your hair braided by your mom like Allen Iverson?
Hey, I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. You better rephrase that one.
Your mama's a teacher, ain't she?
I don't give a fuck what she is. You better rephrase that one.
You said mama don't belong on the show.
No.
But I mean, yo.
And that nigga said speaking of your mom. No, nigga, no. That's speaking of my mom, nigga. No.
But no, back on topic though. We were talking about like the influence as far as like on us. I know he had a big impact on the league because when he had the elbow bursitis and the jump was swollen, started wanting the arm sleeve, and then everybody else started wanting it for fashion. Come on, anybody doing that? Ain't nobody doing that. Jordan had the first. Jordan had the calf sleeve just for appearance, and the only person copied that was Kobe. But Iverson wore an arm sleeve because he had a messed up elbow, and the league just
and the finger joint too. Kobe copied that from Iverson too.
He had the broke finger, he had the AI, he had the answer on the jump. Yeah, but I mean,
hey, look, it's crazy. I put the finger joint on right. I was playing for Coach McKnight, rest in peace. Derek and them grandma, Derek and Bam Bam grandma, Coach McKnight. There was a Cobras or something like that. Man, I'm suck at basketball. But I was playing. I think we was playing at Eaton. I never forget the game, bro. I took like 5 3-pointers and missed all of them. Every time they gave me the ball, I'm taking a shot. But I had a little finger shit on, so you couldn't tell me nothing.
And nigga, hey, I was just about to say that too. The arm sleeves up, niggas ain't have arm sleeves officially released until a couple years ago, really, with the NBA.
Yeah.
Nigga, in 7th grade when we had intramural, nigga, I put an ace bandage and wrapped that junk down my forearm. and put the wristband up here. I said I was that nigga though.
Hey, niggas was cutting the sock too now. Hey, niggas are cutting the sock and put it up there too.
Hey man,
don't
look,
have
I don't think about niggas cutting the sock.
Sponge sock.
Oh yeah.
Niggas are cutting the sock. Hey, we was talking about it pre-show, but listen, Finish Line started selling the elbow sleeves. Oh, man, the Nike Elite elbow sleeves. Oh, I was making a killing off the white boys. Fam, you gotta get the elbow sleeve with the shoes. It ain't gonna never. The shoes don't even go without the elbow sleeve.
You know what? You're right. You're right, bro. You're right.
Hey, and then I hit him with the main. You can't get the black one. You gotta get the red, the green. You don't never know whatever shoe you gonna wear that day. Like you gotta have all of them, and they racking them up, making a killing on commission on their ass.
Hey, but I mean. Hey, he's an icon, man. Even with the fashion, the big clothes, niggas was wearing like suits to the games, and at that point, it was no dress code. So, bam, they started wearing street clothes, and everybody equates street clothes with hip hop, and they call him like the hip hop guy. So, I mean, pretty much, you know how the story goes. Years later, they put a dress code in. They call that the Allen Iverson rule. But also, the thing about it is how he impacted the game when it comes to basketball because he was out there like in the intro, like Jada said. He had the ball on the string. He out there with the NBA. It was ISO ball up to 01-02. So it was pretty much no man. It was no zone in the league until that point. The only zone you had was in college and high school, and in Europe. And he was out there dominating. Like everybody know what he did to Jordan with the crossover there. But he was out there like embarrassing fools with the crossover. And back then you can hand check, but he was too quick to hand check really. So you couldn't consistently stop him. And then they put the zone in the league. you know, again, people kind of equate that to being his dominance. They saw how that was coming, so they put his own in the league to kind of slow that down. So like he literally changed the game in multiple ways with that. But yeah, I mean, for like on a personal level though, I had every pair of Iversons up till like the A7s. Like my first pair of name brand shoes was the Questions, like the jumps with the blue toe.
Suede or
Like
yeah.
that was my first pair. It won't sway back then. It was like a metallic type texture. Even though it was like a rubber or whatever, it wasn't rubber, but it was like a metallic finish to it. It won't
See,
sway.
I had the orange jumps. I think it was suede.
Yeah, different. They had different colors for
That's
different
suede,
textures.
but you know what
But
I'm
the blue
saying?
jump,
Yeah, they did have different textures with the different colors though. I do remember that
yeah, but
because some of them had that
that
glossy
was like my,
finish.
yeah, it was like a glossy metallic finish. That was like my first. I got them all the way up to like A7s.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't like the A8s. Like I ain't never really had Jordans for like that's in high school because I always ride the Iversons. My mom knew every year going to school. I got to go ahead and give me the Iversons because that was my favorite player. Still my favorite player. Shoot. But yeah. So I mean, it's crazy with that. Like I said, I never met the guy, so I probably won't want to meet him. It's one of those things that you don't want to meet that celebrity because he
Mm.
might like call you a
Might ruin
dickhead
it for
or
you.
Y'all
mess
ever
up,
see him at the? Y'all ever,
ruin it for me.
y'all ever,
Yeah.
y'all ever
Mm-hmm.
remember seeing him at the crib?
No,
Huh?
I've never actually seen him in person, but I've seen the residue of him being somewhere. Like literally, like, oh, Iverson just left. Like, hey man, I just missed him at Walmart. Niggas following the blue Maybach down the road.
Apparently, he got a crib in
That's crazy.
Uptown in Charlotte. People be seeing him out there all the time, from what I was told.
Oh, word.
Yeah, that's where he live at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
man. I remember seeing them back in the day. You remember they used to have the pro am games in the summertime?
Yeah. The Allen Iverson
We
Classic.
Yeah, at the Iverson Classic. It was at Eaton. So we went out there,
Mm-hmm.
hanging out with my dad and probably my brother and I don't know, probably somebody else. And next thing you know, in the middle of the game, Iverson coming through and everybody like the game literally stopped. Like they shooting the three. Iverson walk in, nobody even go for the rebound. Everybody's just like, hey, Iverson. And everybody they stopped the game. They don't even stop the clock. And he just dapping everybody up. All the little kids crowd him like Jesus. Crazy.
Yeah,
Shit,
I remember they had the weekend with the softball game at HU and all that. I remember always hearing about it on the radio and stuff and seeing like the highlights of the news coming up.
my aunt made his first logo for the Allen Iverson Summer Classic.
Word.
She designed the first one that they actually used for like 10 years.
And the jump where he like
Now,
actually crossed it over or something like that.
yeah, yep. With his
Yeah.
like the globe around, like the sun behind it and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
that one.
black and orange or something like that.
Yeah, I done seen a nigga in Bar Louie a couple times. It's weird though, cause even when I was in college and niggas would ask or something like in a random conversation, I guess the crib's so different, bro. Niggas like Iverson and Vic is regular niggas at the crib.
Yeah.
Like you got some groupies, yeah. But as far as like niggas, you be like, oh yeah, that's Iverson. Oh yeah, that's Vic. Oh, that's Aaron Brooks.
The niggas
Oh,
don't run up. Hey!
like you just like, oh yeah, that's them because they always there. Like Vic and Iverson they never left the crib in my opinion.
Yeah, I
Like
saw that.
the other places, but they was always home.
Yeah, when I saw Vic in Finish Line, I was like, what? I want to say middle school. This was like right before the Michael Vick experience kind of really blew
Yeah,
up. This nigga was in there with a bodyguard, and a girl came back and was like, you want these, Mike?" And then I'm looking, my homeboy was like, yo. I'm like, that nigga look familiar. And then he registered. I was like, oh, that's Vic.
yeah.
This nigga walked past, what's up, fellas? I was like, oh, we just met Mike Vick. But it wasn't nothing crazy though. It wasn't nothing like he had like a bodyguard with him. It might have been his homeboy, but it was a dude who was way bigger than him. But it wasn't nothing crazy. It wasn't no celebrity type stuff. Like, they closed the whole store down for this nigga to go with some shoes.
Yeah, nah, that's definitely them. Them niggas always accessible at home.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's good or bad, but they definitely accessible.
I mean, like
They
him,
ain't
man.
been, they ain't been touched, so I think it's good.
Yeah.
Where's that?
Oh, I was just saying. I mean, they was chilling at the crib like Nip before Nip.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, chill, bro. Chill.
Oh, that's not him.
Chill, bro. You can't disrespect Nip like that. Ain't nobody at the crib like Nip.
Oh, man, whatever. Yo, hey,
What's up?
All right, so we about to what up?
Yo, gang. Hey, SP, he held a whole conversation when you was gone, by the way.
For real.
And
Caleb,
he spent some bars too.
Like, he was literally having a whole conversation. We learned. He went to school today. He played recess.
The recess.
The teacher looked.
His recess teacher is his regular teacher.
Yeah. We learned a lot. Like, he told us more than he. And the recess teacher was all right.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
I think specifically, Roy said, "How did she look today?" He said, "Them shit's all right."
That was enough you said. I'm just saying what he said. That what he said.
Yeah, well, man.
Hey, for real. I asked him, but I ain't asked him directly, but indirectly. But he was like, "Yeah, she all right." I was like, "All right, cool."
Roy said, "So what does she have on today?" He said, "Oh, my dad coming back." And then that's when we said, "Yo, leave the room." So
you know what I'm saying? We won't get in trouble or nothing. But we asked him, but it was we them uncles.
Nah.
We had to make sure he on his P's and Q's.
X, Y's, and his D's. He crossed his T's and dotted his I's, man. You got a good boy there.
That man don't got no issues. Man, that's all. I'll leave it at that.
All right,
He ain't gonna have no issues. Crazy.
Rico Suave. But
I like it. Like to hear it.
The one with the issues.
You said what?
Go ahead and create him an Instagram.
Yeah.
Get it started early. Get it started.
Yeah, get him started. You know what I'm saying? Caleb's Chronicles. Yeah.
Hey, he can use a CC logo. We can write it off.
Ain't got to put his picture on there. Yeah.
Ain't got no.
Yeah, well, man.
Well, yo, what's our favorite moments? What's our favorite Iverson moments? Off court, on the court? So we can go ahead and get past this topic here. Looks like we're fluttering in the water.
Favorite Iverson moment?
I'll give you mine then, since y'all thinking. Of course, the Jordan crossover. Of course, Tyronn Lue step over. And then when he, I forgot old boy's name. Was it Stevenson? When he crossed him twice? Dude that played in Washington, he crossed him twice. He hit him with the box this way.
The guy who used to be the LeBron stopper.
Oh, it was Deshaun Stevenson? So he hit him with the bah. He tried to get up, hit him with the bah again. This nigga said he was on the ground like. But those are my three favorite moments outside of just how he played, like getting everybody hyped. Like he had a buzzer beater, place goes crazy. He single handedly can bring the team back. Like watching his games kind of made me hype. Like it was, how people always talk about, Jordan's the greatest, this, that. I don't have any really that many memories of Jordan after like 96. Pretty much that's when I started like paying attention to basketball. When Iverson was freaking everything because all the games was on TV, you heard about it on the news. So I used to try to catch them when I could. I didn't know nothing about TV and games, but it's like that's when I really started paying attention to basketball. So he really kind of made me pay attention. So I remember now, like in the finals, Jazz versus Bulls. I remember my aunt was betting money against the Bulls. She lost. She was in tears after that push off. Like she was in tears after that series. But for real though, it's just like those three moments right there were just like my top three moments of just the Iverson experience, I guess.
It's definitely the crossover on Michael Jordan, but I actually heard some audio recently that added to that moment. Basically, it was Phil Jackson. I don't know how they caught it, but basically Phil Jackson, telling him to pick up Iverson, and he still did him in. That's why I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Like, I don't know.
He said, "Michael."
I think he missed that shot.
No, he made it. He made it. That's what made this. Okay. That's what made the moment even more iconic.
That's what I was about to say.
He hit him with the.
It was on a like Rucker Park. Everybody stand up for the 1-on-1 type. The way that the crowd like stopped, kinda, and then they.
Everybody spread out.
Exactly.
Iverson,
exactly.
They put the hands out. All right, let's go. Then he hit him. He hit him to the left. Gave him the heads. He came back. Went to the right elbow. Just made the shot. But hey, I don't even know who won the game. I don't know how close it was. I don't know the score. I just know Jordan got crossed. He made the shot. That's all I know. That's all I know.
Allen 1, just Jordan 0.
Yep.
That's all that mattered.
And it's funny because he said after that happened, I think it was in the All-Star game. He said Jordan came up to him and was like, "Hey, don't you ever do no shit like that to me again."
Probably was dead ass too.
Yeah, he said that was like the first thing. Matter of fact, I think he said that's the first thing he's ever said to him. Like he didn't talk. Like Jordan didn't really talk to like people like down the court besides trash talk. But he said that was the first thing he ever talked to him. No, I think he said the first thing he ever said to him, he called him a little bitch, and then he said, "Don't you ever do that shit to me again." But it was more so down like little bitch. It was more so like little bitch. Like, hey, don't you do that shit no more.
That's crazy. I would have to say my to not overlap. My favorite Iverson moment was Olympic Iverson.
Oh wait,
if y'all remember that, that 08 team where I think he was essentially the star on the team and a bit of a de facto leader.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, it's not the stars this year or whatever, so it's not going to be all that. And then they started to lose, and they was like, man, this is probably the worst Olympic team, and they was talking all this hot shit. And I just remember seeing Iverson like throughout all of those games. Iverson was balling out, like bringing, corralling people and everything. Like he was really the leader on that squad. And and I feel like this was coming off a year in a moment when it was like, man, Iverson, like when the media was talking all this trash, like Iverson ain't no leader, Iverson can't do this and that. But then he went ahead and led the team like from losing, to some scrubs overseas. They ain't scrubs, but we don't know who they are. And then to like leading them and pulling them like by like all of them by the collar to that, at least winning out.
Hey, you just gonna call the foreigner scrubs?
Hey man, Argentina ain't had nobody but Manu. That's about it.
Mr. Euro.
They still got the gold though.
And a bunch of like sleeper NBA people too, like people that you ain't even heard of that they was on teams. It was tough.
My favorite Iverson moment practice, because I tell my coaches to this. I tell my coaches to this day, it's crazy because the true story is that his family, somebody died, I think.
His homeboy got killed.
Homeboy died, yeah. But even my playing career, I used to tell my coaches, like, bro, I don't practice, I'm from the crib.
You know the vibes? Not a game. I'm going to go out there and die for the game, but not practice.
No, and I promise, hey, nigga, I'm not about to bang my body at practice, nigga. You want me to take 10 collisions, 20 collisions at practice, and then 50 in the game? Nah, nigga. All 50 in the game. I'm not hitting nobody at practice because I'm from the crib.
From the crib.
When I was listening
from the crib.
When I saw the doc and they did the behind the scenes of why, I can't front. I was crying and shit. I was really emotional when I found out.
Pause the show. Kyle canceled this video. Hold on. We can't do nothing without Kyle, bro.
I was just changing my hat, man. That was good, man. I was changing my hat. Jesus.
When Kyle ain't on, we can't pod.
Man,
we didn't let you be cool because he said, "Hey, stop music."
Yeah, ain't no pod without Kyle, bro. Kyle is the only person that gotta be here.
No, that's a lie. I be trying to get them to pod all the time. I be trying to use my PTO, and niggas won't let me do it.
Hey, bro, if you off, we off.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Show me a show that you ain't been on.
I got the episode. I think it was like 33. Jay-Z and Roger Goodell on the cover.
Oh, when Cat was protesting.
Also, when I was sick and I probably had COVID back in February. Whatever show that.
Hey, that's what's crazy. I'm gonna ask Sap about that later though. We still talking about the NBA right now.
All right. Yeah. So speaking of NBA, free agency. Yeah.
We're playing basketball.
There we go.
You play the song?
Go ahead.
Basketball is my favorite sport.
Yeah. Speaking of that, they say
with the fumble. The
daycare.
Windshield wiper.
Man said he bobbling and doing the Euro at the same time. Hey, but look, if James Harden did that, they would not call it travel. And speaking of James Harden,
James Harden playing ball.
I just got an ESPN, not an ESPN, but my homeboy posted it from NESN.com. The Rockets and Nets have a verbal agreement to trade James Harden to the Nets.
Did Woj say it?
Nah, it's a Houston-based site.
I heard him say
Woj ain't said it
something.
yet.
If Woj ain't said it ain't happening.
Hey, you know how shitty your team got to be though? That man Harden, he declined $103 million extension. Bitch.
Hey, but look though, they said I forgot what I was listening to, but somebody was saying that the owner was definitely out there supporting Trump. He gave millions to his campaign. That made
Bitch,
Russ
I
and
don't
James
slam
kind of.
him for $103 million.
Hey man, at this point, he's trying to win. Everybody else won.
I
$103
mean,
million.
the
Hey,
thing is, like somebody like
he got
James
a lot of
Harden gonna
money
get that
already,
money from somewhere. He gonna get that money from somewhere else.
Yeah, he is.
Nah,
He don't
not
need that.
especially
not
if you
getting
go to New York.
$103 million.
If
No,
you
he's
go,
not getting 100. He'll get it in Adidas endorsements, but he's not getting 103 from his contract.
yeah, but he gonna
But
make
the
it up
thing is,
in New York.
most of the money ain't gonna come from your contract anyway. As that level of an athlete.
No. You can't say that. Nah.
Hey, but
I
then again,
bought some deodorant because I saw James Harden was
James Harden
selling
like
it.
he stink though, so I don't want
He
about that.
No,
did.
Mr. Shut Up and Dribble can't talk about off the court money.
Oh man,
Excuse me.
No.
Who is this?
You told them niggas they need to play basketball and don't worry about nothing else.
I didn't tell them nobody nothing.
What you did? Sap.
I didn't tell nobody nothing.
Sap.
Hey, if you go to the doctor's office
Sap.
and LeBron is like, "Hey man, I think you should get this biopsy," you gonna get that biopsy?
No, Sap. You told them boys to shut
Okay,
up and dribble.
what's the difference?
he
You
said,
told them boys to shut up and
all
dribble.
right. He didn't say shut up and dribble. He said, hey, stick to what you know. He said, I'm not looking for political advice from basketball players. I'm
Hey,
looking
you
for y'all
saw,
to make
hey,
three
you see the
pointers.
construction worker, and he make you a sandwich. You gonna eat that sandwich?
Hey man,
What?
he might have worked at a deli in college.
Yeah, work study. It's
And
true.
I'm sure Kyrie took a political science class while
Probably
he
didn't. He was
spent
there for all
one
the 8 months.
semester.
No,
He
he
was
wasn't
there all
there.
8 months.
Not even 8 months. He was there like 4.
Hold on. School
So
started
school
in August, and
He
he
left in
left.
February.
Yeah,
There you go.
Nigga, that's nigga, I didn't even think he left in February. Nigga, he left in like January.
Yeah. So yeah.
Nigga, he left. Hey, but I don't see how in the hell it works. There ain't enough basketballs in fucking New York for them 3 to play together.
man, I saw a funny ass like meme. It was like a 2K, and it just
Oh,
showed a Nets with Harden, and everybody just bang. It's like you 8 seconds, pop, 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 pop. 8 seconds for KD, 8 seconds for Harden, eight
Kyrie
seconds
get
for
the last 8 and the 3.
Kyrie. He get the last shot at the second. It's like, yeah,
Oh, for
that's funny.
that's how Houston played though. James Harden had the ball, dribbled it to about 2 seconds left, and then passed it or shot
Yeah,
it.
it was such a. It was. I'm not gonna call them lazy, but it was like, yeah, we just gonna shoot to whoever's open. Okay, we're gonna take it easy. But either way, talking about the moves. I mean, hey, James Harden, KD, Kyrie, I'm down for it. I want to see basketball. I'm not the type of nigga that needs to see a well put together San Antonio style team balanced and I would have put this together on my 2K. No, I wish I could put together this team on my 2K when I was building teams.
It'll work on 2K, but realistically, you got Dan Antoni as the head coach. I'm gonna say Dan Antoni's the head coach just because Steve Nash put him on there. He's not.
No. Don't respect Jacques Vaughn like that. Don't
Okay.
disrespect that man.
So listen, Sap. Do you really think in that coaching's office that Steve Nash is going to say, "Hey, I'm going to listen to Jacques Vaughn," or he's going to listen to the guy who got him 2 MVPs? He might take his input and just be like, yeah, but whatever. What do you have to say about it? I think,
yeah, I feel you. Maybe D'Antoni is like, yeah, this is my opportunity to be the head coach,
but not be the head coach. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like when I saw that signing, my first thought was Jacques Vaughn. Like,
Hey, but think about it though. It almost seemed like this might be like a coaching apprenticeship type of unofficial program to where it's like, all right, we're gonna throw some new guy up front, head coach, and we're gonna just have a
And then
veteran head coach as the assistant.
yeah, as probably the offensive coordinator, But I mean, that team to me, I don't. DeAndre Jordan. So I guess your starting 5 will be what? DeAndre Jordan, Kyrie, James Harden, KD, and who's that 4th player?
It don't matter. They just gonna come out with 4 people. Like, what's they got a double KD anyway. So.
But to me, DeAndre Jordan doesn't really. I don't know. It doesn't make sense in that the way he played. Well, no, he played. Well, he's older, but he did play in a Lob City, so he can't run the floor if needed. But I don't see that working though. Because my thing is Kyrie.
Hey
That's
man, they
my
gonna be a
biggest
run the gun. Hey, they a run the gun team. They gonna run the gun.
You can
Kyrie
run it,
gonna run.
but think of it.
KD gonna run.
I can see as an optimist how it could work, but I'm thinking more realistically because you got to think about the styles. Kyrie is not really a running gun type player. He's more so of an ISO guy. He's more so I'm going to ISO. I'm going to do what they do. KD can play any style. KD gonna get his no matter what. James Harden has became under. We was just talking about it. I can't think of his name right now. Under D'Antoni. Under D'Antoni, he's became a hey. Everything's going to run through me. We're going to run. We're going to score quick. And Kyrie,
hey
that's not him. And
Man,
it's like who?
They ain't beat no Go James. Shannon Sharp voice.
Hey man.
Hey, have faith. These guys are professional basketball players. Are you going to tell me that you know better than the professional basketball players how to play basketball?
No, I've never said that I knew more. I'm just saying from a novice point of view of the historical analytics of a Mike D'Antoni's offense, plus historically how Kyrie Irving plays, plus James Harden, and the duality of Kevin Durant to play any style. When I say duality, I mean offensively and defensively. He plays both ways, unlike Sir James Harden and Sir Kyrie Irving. So I'm just saying, just from a strictly analytical looking at it, as far as their styles, I don't see it working or meshing very well. Did I do good with the synopsis?
Hey man, I can't wait to pull a nigga off.
KD will be all right because he played in Golden State, so he's used to the star power.
Yeah,
Kyrie, I don't think he can handle it.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, if it was just James Harden and Kevin Durant, fine. My thing is Kyrie Irving, and it's not just because I'm picking on him because I don't like him. It's literally Kyrie Irving is super moody. He doesn't really play point guard. James Harden doesn't really play point guard either. Who's the ball gonna run through? You can't run it through.
They gotta go get Al Horford, bro.
They gonna split the time.
That doesn't work in crunch time though. Just like we thought Russ and James was gonna split time, and Russ was throwing bricks up when it was his time.
I mean, but that's not the point of the clutch time. Isn't to make the shot; is to have a clear decision on who's going to take the shot,
which we know should be KD.
Whether you make it or not, it's going to be who's going to take it.
James, I like James in the clutch time. He'll get to the line.
He'll get you to the line, but he might not make the right play though.
I don't see it working, but I understand why they trying to do it. But this sidebar, this shit is hilarious, bro. LeBron goes to the West and all these niggas is running to the East. But I could have sworn they was talking all this shit about how
I ain't giving that to LeBron. I'm giving that more so to the fact that they got 82. I ain't giving that all to LeBron.
No, that's all right.
LeBron, they don't have AD.
He wouldn't have done that with them young boys, bro. It's definitely because of AD too.
But whoa, fuck though, you hell no.
Okay, AD wouldn't have done it without LeBron. So you need.
I mean, yeah, they needed this situation. They needed each other. Yeah, you're right. But regardless of the fact,
you can't separate the two.
Yeah, but you can though. As a player, you're probably looking at that. You're probably looking more so of that tandem versus just LeBron.
SP, you give it AD credit now.
Yeah, yeah.
Tread lightly. Notice how I never gave AD credit. I never. Just keep talking. You got to stick with me on this one, man. I never gave AD credit. I just said that.
Look, he didn't do too much in the prime time. I can't. He didn't do too much in the. But
he ain't do nothing in the clutch. He made the shot. Said he yelled Kobe.
Really going off 1 or 2 games.
Rest in peace, but Kobe. Come on. That nigga's an NBA champion. He's I said KD. Sorry. AD is an NBA champion.
That's a lot of niggas that's NBA champions right now.
No. I mean, he was the starter.
Hey, Kyle Kuzma's an NBA champion. What you mean?
I mean, Dwight Howard, the NBA champion, he winning in all aspects.
The crazy thing about that though, he is. But the crazy thing about that though, Dwight Howard actually at one point was a very dominant
if you
player.
know, you know.
Yeah.
If you know,
Shout out
to
T.
This nigga said shout out to T. But no, as far as for that, Westbrook also wanted out. He said he wanted out first. And the question was posed at that point before James said anything was like James Harden the problem because couldn't keep CP, couldn't keep Westbrook. What do y'all think about James Harden as far as a player being able to play with them? I know me and Roy aren't sold on the Nets thing. I don't know what SP said. I don't think he ever said anything about it.
I don't think he's a problem, but I think his style of play is hard to have a co-star. Like if now we was talking about Iverson earlier. Westbrook is not say Westbrook, but Harden. His style of play isn't Iverson. It's like Iverson on steroids. But Westbrook is Harden is a one-man show. Sorry. Like Harden can't have a co-star because he holds the ball until the 6 seconds on the shot and then goes to the bucket.
Or he passes the ball to you in the corner. What 2 seconds left? Like, what am I supposed to do with this?
Or you gotta shoot it, or you just fucked up. So I just think Harden is a tough guy to play with, but which is crazy because he always wasn't like that. He became that way in Houston because in OKC he was a great six man. OKC would have been a great team if they all stayed in OKC. Them niggas start trying to be individuals.
If we look back at that team, man, if we look at that team in their prime, if they played together, man, that would have been amazing.
Nah, dog. I don't think they would have made it. I think it would have been. You think it's fractured relationships now? I think it would have been at an even higher degree if they would have stayed any longer. Because then you would have had egos clashing. We're trying to grow.
Yeah, it worked best because James had his own team with the second team.
Facts.
Yeah.
And then Russ and KD worked well off each other until later in time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Until KD was making his shots.
I have faith.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have faith in basketball players. I think they'll work it out. It's gonna be entertaining for us to watch anyway. It's gonna be Drew Holiday headed to Milwaukee.
Oh, so do you think the Nets gonna work?
Tough.
So didn't they already have Drew? Didn't they have a Drew? Oh, Drew Bledsoe. Yeah, Drew.
They said they didn't like that.
Drew Bledsoe?
They really? Want JRUE instead of DRU.
They did have Bledsoe. Eric Bledsoe is his name, ain't it?
Oh, you would say
Eric Bledsoe? Okay, that's what it was. Okay.
Oh yeah. You would.
I remember it was
Bledsoe.
No, yeah.
Ruben Sutter?
Hey, go ahead, man.
Rory Levert.
Rory Levert. Hey, Seth. So you think the Nets will work out?
Nope. But then I also don't play basketball at a high level, so I can't speak.
I don't think it's about that, man.
Okay.
I think the writings on the leaves when it comes to that, man. Like you can just see. Like,
hey man, let ballers ball. Let ballers play ball. This shit
yeah,
be
but
crazy.
when you have a history,
yeah,
let ballers ball.
Ballers ball. This nigga, man. Hey, you was the most censoring ass nigga I know.
Shut up and ball. That's what he said.
Just everything. Shut up and dribble. These niggas can't have no life. Just shut up and dribble.
Hey, but no, for real though. I'm just thinking about the history of Kyrie and James. If one of them, if Kyrie got traded or just got hurt, I can see it working. But Kyrie being on that team, I don't like it.
You know what? I had a thought about this because I feel like there's enough intellectual space for Kyrie and James Harden. So hear me out. Remember when James Harden walked up to the bubble with the Blue Lives Matter mask on?
Not realizing that that's what that was because he just liked how it looked.
He's like, yo, this is dope as fuck. You know why? Because he plays basketball. He don't watch politics and sport. He just three balls.
Wow.
Kyrie out here got different ideas about everything. So for them two to come together, it's gonna be great. They're gonna have wonderful conversations. It's gonna be insightful, and they're gonna be like, "Yo, I like you. I like you too, man." They ain't gonna.
So you saying niggas gonna just be niggas, huh?
Hold on, wait a minute.
How does that help? Wait a minute. Win the championship.
Hold on. I'm gonna get to that part. From the man who just said, "Do what you know how to do," all of a sudden, their chemistry based on who gives a fuck about societal bullshit and who doesn't has some value in their basketball success. I'm just lost. I don't understand.
Bro, it has all the value.
He's talking about
if you can't, that's chemistry. That's the stuff outside of basketball. You have, hey man, the Lakers had all the great basketball players.
Hey, SP, side note, you know Twitter got a story now?
Bruh. It's over. Honestly, I don't know whether to be happy or not. Yeah, this is side note. Cause I gotta talk about this. Yo, what's crazy to me?
Let's ride this all the way into the tech section. Ride it all the way into the tech topic.
SP, talk to me.
I'm like, bruh, this is I don't think people understand how crazy that's about to open up. Oh my gosh, that's like Pandora's box. That's different.
IG, wow. But Twitter
is a whole crazy, different type of wild. I'm telling you.
Ain't no filter on there. That shit. Yeah.
They better add that close friends feature fast.
Hey. And you gotta speak in Ebonics. You just You can't even get no words on that one. When I see that, I said, I ain't even update my phone yet. I don't need no parts. I'm cool. Y'all ain't about to put that on my phone. No, have my shit slowed down. No, thank you. No.
So what you mean, man? How is this new story mode going to change your use of the app?
Man, I don't listen. I seen Apple. They got the M1 chip, and I ain't got the M1 chip yet.
The M1 chip.
M1
chip. My bad. You was reading
I ain't got the chip. I ain't about to damage my phone like that. I want the regular version. I want the Twitter where I can go Google Donald Trump and look at the news and see what's going on in the world.
You said Tiana Trump story? What?
Hey, I ain't mad at it. You know what I mean? You heard it. Hey, in the words of Jamie Foxx, I'm gonna make it do what it do, baby.
Hey man, I don't know. I feel like maybe Twitter is coming for Facebook heart. And like everybody shitting on Facebook right now. Twitter about to step into that market.
So I wasn't, but allegedly a friend of mine was on Twitter, and the story though is the IU people from Twitter need to do some work. It don't function smoothly. Like the back button don't, and then the forward button it be freezing. Yeah, the development team need to go back in the lab. So they product manager isn't effectively producing a product that's good to consumer experience.
That's crazy. I wonder if Facebook has any type of what was that? What kind of restrictions would that be for them to create
intellectual
that?
Property?
It's some type of intellectual property.
No, because Facebook
on IG.
Facebook on Instagram. Yeah, but IG did it first. So Twitter stole it from them. No, so I feel like
y'all forgot about Snapchat, right? This is actually Snapchat.
They bought Snapchat up though. Somebody saw Snapchat. The whole
story thing is Snapchat.
Yeah,
Snapchat.
But I'm saying when IG did it, are they? They might be.
Yeah, I'm about to say. I'm pretty sure they're public. Huh? Yeah.
Because they can't trademark the actual project. They can trademark some of the stuff, but I don't think you can trademark coding.
That's what I was asking. I wonder how that intellectual property works like with that.
I don't think you can trademark that because it's literally any. I don't even think Snapchat was the first person to have a story. Like it's other apps that people can watch multiple videos at one time, and they just might not have called it a story mode.
Well, so Snapchat as itself was actually a story. It stayed for 24 hours and it was gone.
Yeah, but Vine was a story, and fucking Vine was a story actually.
But Snapchat was before Vine.
Vine didn't run consecutively.
Vine was before Snapchat.
Vine was like IG.
Vine was posting videos. Yeah, it was supposed to individual videos, but not a story that could be contiguous.
Gotcha. What's that app called? Not it. Hold on.
Man, I was mad as hell when they got rid of Vine because, bro, I had like 4 Vine videos that I really wanted to keep, and them shit's just gone forever.
What's the shout out to Mega? Huh? Hey,
Word, bro.
for Mega, bro. Shout out to Mega though.
Man, you talking about
Shout out
the
to
goat,
Mega.
the goat of goats.
Yeah, but that's I think Twitter. If Twitter's development team get busy, they got something there. They might have brought everybody back because niggas left for a little bit, but that's a game changer. And then about it's 8:53 by the 11 we'll know.
I think.
So where are we going with this? We're going with the. Oh, my bad.
Oh, no. We can go to the M1 chip.
You
So,
don't want to do the
speaking.
Iowa?
I think we over sports. We're in our bag now.
Yeah, we in the Duffy. You got to say that for next month.
Okay.
Yeah,
Next month. Wow. Okay.
You can't. This is all I'm saying. I don't want to disrespect discrimination, but you can't go back after going to the M1 chip and talking about Mega.
All right, man. Go ahead, man. Go ahead with the M1 chip.
Nah, SP, that's you, SP. The rock out with the M1 chip. Give us a detailed explanation of how the M1 chip is going to allow users to keep more data so they can have more access to these new stories.
Oh, the Miggly Max.
Well, for
Meanwhile,
one,
the M1
it's
chip is on your Mac computer, so it got nothing to do with stories.
Introduce this M1 chip because for those like me who don't really keep up with these new products and stuff, what's good? I don't know.
So there's only a couple of companies that make microprocessor chips. I think Intel was it AWD or AMD. I think they're one of them. They're a chip maker too. Well, there's few resources or few producers of processor chips and other small like computer components such as that. So basically, Apple's doing a little horizontal integration. Yes, by developing their own processing chip, the M1 chip. Basically, I think they had to deal with Intel. They had their processing chip deal with Intel that they're no longer going to have, being with this new design chip by Apple. Supposed to be lightweight, like Cal mentioned before. This is Apple only product. I think only for Mac for the desktop. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, because they got the A chip. The A chip is for the cell phones and tablets and all that. They're like on the A11 chip now for the cell phones. So they've been doing their own processing.
Yeah.
But the M is for Mac. So
yeah, it's for OS. But they did talk about potentially having it for the laptops in the future, because that's when they were talking about Intel potentially getting their market cut out of long term.
Daddy,
What?
please, I put on the.
I'm gonna take over from here. I'm gonna go ahead and mute you.
Because I.
All right, so what was going on with the chip is basically they're cutting out the middleman with Intel, and they're creating their own chip to have their computers process more functionally, increase battery life, work smooth. They're trying to get the next MacBook Air with no fan, so it can pretty much be silent. So Apple tries to make everything skinny and stylish, and that's pretty much the move they're going for as far as their own.
It's gonna make it cheaper.
No, you already know that's the answer.
What the fuck, man?
if
Performance, man, performance.
If anything, it's gonna be more.
I'm glad that you mentioned that about the fan in the air though, because that is definitely one of my biggest complaints that I had with that computer. Now I have a Pro, luckily somebody looked out, but that air. That fan is ridiculous as far as just making noise, and I mean it's worse than the PlayStation, to be honest.
Would you
and
say
we know how that
PlayStation? Was that a
Speaking,
segue? Or?
yeah, I believe it was.
PlayStation.
Unintentionally.
Speaking of, hey, run up that inside tip, 'cause I don't really know what
Hey,
the
nah,
value is.
sorry.
What
Oh,
is
my
going
bad.
to drop?
Hold on, Sap. Speaking of that fan, hey, bro, I be having the shit on the big screen, and the fan just be way too loud. Like, it be, bro. I be like, yo, like, who else is in here? Like, I thought it was just me. Like, the fan be, woo, woo, woo. Like, can I have a moment? I don't need long, just 45, 50 seconds. Like the fan just be blowing the high. That was it though. I
Okay.
just wanted to talk about the fan fucking up the moment.
Yeah. All right. PlayStation.
Yeah.
No. SP just walked off, but he posed a question. Oh, go ahead, man.
No, yeah, I'm back. So I just wanted to kind of get y'all's opinion on this whole PlayStation 5 with the bots thing. Not sure. Well, just so everybody at home understands, because everybody's not tuned into that. PlayStation 5 just launched. I believe it was
11th.
what, the 11th? Okay.
Yeah. It was 12th. My bad. 12 a.m. on the 12th.
So the end of the week last week, PlayStation 5 launched.
Yeah.
It did not launch like its traditional launches that usually happen in the retail stores. You can go in, cop it, or get your pre-order, dip. So basically, the only way that you were able to get the PlayStation 5 at the launch was either through pre-order or through one of the releasing programs that some of the traditional retailers had, such as Walmart, who I think they had 4 different time frames that they had the PlayStation available online. I think it was like 12, 3, 5. No, I might
No,
have
it's
to.
3, 6, and 9.
Yeah, it was 12, 3, 6, 9. Yeah, it was 3 hours apart. But basically, all that traffic caused Walmart's web store to crash. Um, Now Walmart's currently restocking or trying to restock the PlayStations, so that they'll have them through the holiday season, and they'll also have them on Black Friday. GameStop's actually selling them on Black Friday. However, they're having a caveat with that as to there's only going to be 2 systems guaranteed per store. So if they sold 3 that day and they say they out, they out. Who knows? They may be out, they may not, but they only guaranteeing 2.
Yeah. So people gonna have to line up.
To
Yep.
possibly be disappointed.
Quickly, because I mean, think about it. I think they did say they were limiting one console. I mean, I hope if they only guaranteeing 2. You know what I'm saying? I hope they would only limit people to be able to purchase one. And Best Buy, they actually aren't even going to have it available through the holiday season.
They said they're not doing that to 2020. I mean 2021.
Facts. So yeah, man, it's kind of crazy. I think a lot of it has to do with COVID. But we could also be living in a different day and age when it comes to just different products releasing. I mean, we've already seen it with shoes in terms of reselling. And we're definitely seeing it now with the PlayStation, with the resale values going to up to, I've seen, I think, almost 3 times as much as retail value.
That's true. No, you tripping if you buy that 1,500. I'm sorry.
Hey, hold on. Breaking news.
Oh, we got a Roy bomb.
Yeah, breaking news. Drop the beat, Cal. Shade Room just reported
Oh
that
no. You said Shade Room.
No. Shade Room just reported that Nipsey Hussle's marathon clothing store has been vandalized. No, that's crazy. Y'all ain't about to vandalize Nipsey's store, bro.
That's crazy.
Like, have some respect for the dead, bro. No, that's wild, bro. Like, I mean, that's crazy. I feel I gotta take I'm a log off for a second, bro. That's crazy, dog. I can't even believe they vandalized Nipsey's store like that.
That's fucked up, man. Take your time. It's probably the MAGA haters.
Yeah,
Yeah, all right, that's crazy.
Man. Hey, speaking of haters, I know y'all used to be serious as shit. Hey, I seen a couple videos on Twitter. Them MAGA folks got their ass whooped this weekend in DC, man.
Oh man.
Did they though?
Yeah,
Man.
I was about to say, did they?
Yeah, it was a couple. They won a couple too though. They had one black girl knocked out. They said she had the Swiss blade on her though, but they had her laid out in the street after she put the Swiss blade on her. But there's a couple other ones though. I seen Buddy got lumped up pretty good, man. It's crazy what the world coming to. I just had to throw that in there, that's all. But yeah, that's crazy that they vandalized Nipsey's store though, bro. I'm still that broke my heart. Middle podcast breaking news though. That Nipsey Marathon store got vandalized.
Back to these bots because we ain't got time for this. Back to these bots.
Speaking of bots,
yeah. So Roy was not Roy, but SP was talking about the bots earlier, and basically bots are you buy a bot to pretty much put your information in, and it can rapidly purchase things. So if you're used to, or have you ever heard about or seen the memes of the sneaker app? A lot of times those are bots buying those shoes before you can get them. And that's why I always joke about, we're about to have this one kid, and it actually happened. You're gonna have this one kid. I usually put like some more specifics on there. Have this one kid with about 15 to 20 of these things and posting the picture. So basically, it was this picture with this little kid, like, and he had 10 PlayStations on the staircase, a spiral staircase at that. So we already know they got it connected. They got a spiral staircase with black wood. So we already knew they got money. But the fact that this dude had 10 PlayStations, 5 disc and 5 digital, that took me. I'm like, yo, F him and his parents. It's one thing to buy them all. It's another thing to flex. Like, what's the point of the flex, man? But anyway, when it
maybe crying wolf when something happens as a result.
Exactly, what you doing with 10 PlayStations? But yeah, the bots, man. When you were talking about it though, this was a Sony call. Sony came out before they actually released the PlayStation and said they're not doing a mass release because of COVID. They're not doing in-store.
Oh, okay.
They want to keep contact down. They didn't want to have people camping out and things like that with COVID going on. So this was more of a Sony thing. And for the first time, they were doing direct sales. They still are. They like every few hours, they kind of randomly pop up. And you can do a direct buy from Sony. But it's like a waiting list. So
that's crazy.
Sony is selling it for the first time directly, which they never sell their own product. You just got to go to other sites to do it. But yeah, it's crazy with this because that resale market is crazy. Kind of emphasizing like on the shoes. Niggas would buy a $150 shoe and then they would resell for $380 15 minutes after the launch. And people buy them. So, I mean, I get the game. I don't like it. I don't respect it. But yeah. To do this on with gaming systems, dog.
Chill, B.
My bad. I hate you in the heart.
Some of you niggas made a living off of that. Chill, B.
My bad.
Yeah, some of you niggas, you know what I'm saying, made a comfortable living for themselves after that.
Hey, my bad.
Chill.
My bad. Hey, but the same people you talking about probably didn't actually buy the shooter. They probably just came across them.
Legal means.
Yeah.
No, allegedly.
Would y'all buy a resale? Would y'all buy a PS5 resale?
Nope. I'm just waiting.
Hell no.
I'm going to
walk in the Target and just be like, here you go.
Facts.
What? Crazy. Wow. Wow.
With the Russell Westbrook. What?
Wow, my bad. I'm sorry. I'm drunk, bro. I be forgetting
that'd be the crazy thing. What if this is live, yo? That's crazy.
Edit point.
Nah, I ain't editing it. It's going up, man.
Because I don't want you to get in trouble, bro.
Ain't nothing to edit.
I might now. Nah, man. See, this nigga, he's trying to get the whole segment edited out.
Nah. Keep that joint. I'm throwing that. Nope. Hey, I'm Steve Nash in it right now. You want to break?
Nobody does a Euro step with a bobble, man.
Speaking of Steve Nash.
No, hold on. I'm Steve Nash Calamari. We on a break. We 09 in Phoenix right now.
No, we're not. I just tore my meniscus. Nah, I'm gone. I'm out the game.
That's crazy.
What you were saying, SP?
Nah, I was just gonna tell Steve Nash make sure he don't pass on that COVID.
He got it?
Nah, it was a second.
Nah. Yeah.
I was Googling.
I actually got the notes up for once. So I'm looking at it.
Just Googling.
Yeah, I'm Googling. So we gotta step back. Sap, this for you. Asymptomatic healthcare professionals serving people with COVID while having COVID. How does that happen and why does that happen?
It is the Matrix.
First of all, we gotta keep in mind the where that it happened. It happened in America, and it happened in South Dakota.
Okay.
South Dakota.
South Dakota. Okay.
Y'all been to South Dakota before?
I've never been to South Dakota. No.
No.
I don't think I want
I
to go to
don't,
South
I
Dakota.
don't been, I've been anywhere in Dakota.
Ain't that like South Dakota is to what Canada? I mean, to Mexico is to the United States to Canada.
It's got one state in between it, I think.
No, but I'm just saying, like, it's like literally like South Canada still. Like that whole area, like Minnesota, Nebraska.
Montana.
Yeah.
I don't know nobody who live there.
I
There should be Indians there.
Hey,
There should
before
be
we go,
It's
Minnesota,
South Canada though.
Minnesota, got him.
All right, so Roy, you about to get kicked. You used the one edit to take a shot at me.
Cut him off.
What are you talking about right now?
Cut him off.
I'm talking about Vikings tickets.
Cut him off, bartender.
Okay.
No, I'm talking about Vikings tickets.
Last call, Roy. This is the last call.
He passed his last call. He passed his last call.
Roy.
Shout out to Exit.
Roy, hand me the bottle. Roy, come on, you're done. Come on, give me the bottle. Give me the bottle. Thank you. You're done. Hold on. Thank you. You're done. You're done.
I was just thinking that should be crazy if you did have a whole other Patron glass and you pulled it back. I'd have been like, all right, I'm out.
If Kyle got a Patron glass, the show is over.
It's definitely over. I don't think it would have started.
If this nigga start drinking, it's a wrap. I don't even want to be around if this nigga start drinking.
2020,
no,
man. 2020.
Sir. No.
But back to the topic, Sap. Let's go ahead and Nebraska. I'm sorry, South Dakota, and
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm not even aware of this story until y'all dropped it as a topic. Yeah, man. I mean, it's crazy. But the thing is, in South Dakota, like, first thing, ain't nobody really live there. So anybody who is a health professional with COVID ravaging and they don't care about, like, you know, their Trump supporters. So they're MAGA people. So they don't believe in, you know, they don't believe in shit. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna do whatever they want to do. Science, you know, racism, you know, life. They don't believe in that shit. So yeah, man. I mean, when they find out that they're actually, you know, I've even heard some hospitals don't even want to test the people who work there, just so that they don't have to follow any procedures to isolate them and take them out of the workforce.
I've heard that too. I've definitely heard that as well.
I believe.
So it's a crazy situation, man.
I got a question though, because I was reading an article they were talking about how basically competing healthcare providers or hospitals were having to share resources, and I just thought it was kind of interesting because, like, when you think hospital or the healthcare industry from a consumer perspective, you don't really look at it as competition. You almost see it as like just. I mean, obviously there's different providers, but like you just kind of just see it as like one whole umbrella, as opposed to, you know, this hospital actually competes against this hospital for patients.
Yeah, you don't think about it as in Walmart to Target. It's just like, you know, Walmart to Walmart for a hospital, but it ain't.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Just like jail systems, man. You gotta keep bodies, man. The more bodies you got, the more funding you get.
Yeah, I guess that's
crazy to hear
that's
hospitals sharing resources, because, you know, hospitals usually ain't about that life. They're about keeping whatever they can for themselves, but COVID's making them be more socialists.
Yeah,
socialists, helping each other out, trying to do what's best for the common good.
Yeah, Sap just gave us a definition of socialism really slickly. That's crazy.
Yeah, let some people know.
I mean, come out here. Like, I just had this thought, man, because we had a situation where I live and work where that has me grounded at home for most of the week, probably all the week, because, you know, there was an outbreak. And I just think about this shit. It's like, man, if you're gonna go somewhere, party, event, whatever, where you got to introduce yourself to people, you don't need to go.
That's a fair point.
if you don't know niggas who gonna be there, if it's like, all right, where we going? Oh, Cal Q, Roy gonna be there. SP might roll through. All right, bet I'll be there. But if it's like, oh, I'm gonna go over to Roy homeboy girlfriend crib for a party.
Well, her sister-in-law, baby cousin Tracy, who saw Craig at the movie. With
The spreading of the virus is kind of like a social experiment, low key. Because like what people continue to ignore, like not consider, is they're like, oh yeah, it's just a group of my family. It's only 5 of us there. Yeah, but your uncle could have been chilling with his best friend, who could have been chilling with his girlfriend, who went to the club last week.
Who's a nurse?
So it's like,
or who's a
that?
nurse?
Yeah, that chain. Like people don't understand that. It's like the 5 degrees. Is it 5 degrees or 7 degrees? I always get it wrong. But whatever degrees of separation. Damn, see? Didn't even get either one right. I didn't hear what you said.
He said too low, too high? Okay. Oh, in the middle? Okay.
I'm going to just stop talking because I feel like that's what that meant.
Hey, guys. Roy's drunk. He got to get out of here. He has a Madden game to play. So go ahead and get us out of here, Roy.
I'm right, bro.
I got you. I'm going to put my glasses on.
He just turned the PlayStation on right now.
That's crazy. Nah, I ain't even started on yet. Look at the Zencaster chat while I get ready. You know what I'm saying?
Man, hurry up. Get us out of here, man.
Man, listen, man. I appreciate y'all's support, man. Y'all been tuning in for over a year now. I'm thankful for all y'all have done for us. Listen, just keep liking and subscribing and supporting, man. We wouldn't be nowhere without y'all. You know, we the most consistent podcast, you know what I'm saying, nationwide and at the crib. We pulling up 757. We out here. Y'all know the Council in the Clutch gonna give you an episode. We don't know what we might talk about because some people don't read the notes, specifically Rory. But when you do read the notes, everything be all right. But we appreciate y'all's support. We on YouTube now. You know, Kyle is the engineer, production manager of the show. We wouldn't be nothing without him. We appreciate him. If it wasn't for Kyle, the Council in the Clutch wouldn't be nothing. So y'all go follow him. Ladies, if you single and you make over 100K,
stay away from me.
Hop in his DMs. Light-skinned chicks, y'all gotta message them twice. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got a bad rep in the hood. But everybody else, his DMs open, but you gotta make 100K. If you don't make 100K,
we out.
Listen, and my man said if it's nasty, don't add him. That's what he said.
I'm out about y'all, but I'm out.
I can't with this thing in the glasses too, though.
We out. We go.